Sports Show, presented by Homegrown Sports Media. I am your host, Ben Daniel. Welcome back to the party, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I appreciate you for stopping by. And if you are new here, just checking out the channel, welcome in. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Tim Legler keeps it 100 on Caitlin Clark's adjustment period in the WNBA. Tim Legler, like it or not, he did play in the NBA. He was a three-point shooting specialist, so when he comes on, he does speak from a place of experience. He does speak from a place of a person who has at least been to the NBA, so give Tim Legler his props when it's due. Second thing regarding Tim Legler, he's not one of these ESPN shills who will just come on First Take to say the most outlandish thing ever. Tim Legler goes back to the NBA fast break days, before ESPN started just saying any and everything for clicks on the internet, when ESPN actually broke down game tape. Yes, there was a time, Saturday mornings, NBA fast break, ESPN would actually break down game tape. Tim Legler was a part of that show. Tim Legler won on First Take today and spoke on some of the adjustments Caitlin Clark will be going through in her time at the WNBA and why he believes the adjustment period is going to be longer than what some people expect. He did a good job of comparing it to the NBA in terms of people's raised expectations. This isn't like the NBA, where a player can just be so incredibly athletic, incredibly gifted, to where even though they might be struggling from a skill standpoint, from an offensive fit standpoint, they can make up for it based on athleticism alone. They can make up for it being faster, stronger, and more physical than anyone else on the court alone. This is a situation where he touches on Caitlin Clark being a little frail, needing to get stronger, needing to get faster, needing to realize that some of those wrist passes are going to need to turn into oomph passes. Some of those little chest passes, you need to bounce it, keep it away from the defender. Some of these little slip screens are going to need to be dumped down a little bit harder than a little measly soft pass as Aaliyah Boston sitting in the middle of the paint. This is Tim Legler, if you guys didn't hear it, talking on First Take about Caitlin Clark and some of the adjustments that she's going to be facing in the WNBA. Let's take a listen here.
Caitlin Clark does not have any advantages physically. She's not going to be quicker than the people she's playing against. She's not longer. She's not stronger. So the adjustment period for her is going to take even longer in terms of having that consistent night-to-night impact. She's got to understand certain passes got through at Iowa aren't getting through at this level. They're going to be tipped. They're going to be deflected. She's got to be smarter about where she puts the basketball, getting into her shot. The sets don't run for her. The adjustment period is important. The coaching's important. The team she's on is important. She can't just step on the court and be physically dominant the way some of the NBA guys that were hyped did. So just give her time, pump the brakes. If I give her one piece of advice, it's this. Just try to get a hold of your overt frustration that you're constantly exhibiting. Yeah. At the pro level, you can't be doing that all the time, looking at the sideline with your palms up and looking up in the stands. You got to just play through it because they're going to sense weakness and they're going to come for you even harder. That's my advice to Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
And that is a good point, Tim Legler. Caitlin Clark does do a lot of exuberating her frustration, portraying how frustrated she is when the game is not going her way, whether it's a turnover, a bad pass, a mispass, a bad play from a teammate, a bad call from a referee. Caitlin Clark, to Tim Legler's point, does need to do a better job of honing in her emotions. But to Tim Legler's other point, Caitlin Clark hasn't had an offseason to actually get in the gym, right? Caitlin Clark hasn't had an offseason to be able to get faster, stronger, be able to embrace contact, get used to the contact. Some of these NBA players have 6 months from the end of the season to the start of the new season as a rookie coming in to start getting their body ready for the physical toll that they're about to take. Meanwhile, these women, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, Rakia Jackson, Nika Mule, Aaliyah Edwards, Alyssa Pilley, these women coming in, they don't have that luxury to maybe rest for a couple days. Can't even rest for a couple days. They don't have the ability to even rest for a couple days, let their body recoup, regroup, put in a game plan, put in an off-season workout strategy to get your body in the best physical condition possible for the upcoming season. These women don't have that luxury like some of these NBA players do. Very interesting point, Tim Legler. Caitlin Clark isn't faster than everybody on the court. She isn't taller than anybody on the court. She isn't stronger than everybody on the court. She will need to find different ways to utilize her abilities, to utilize her handle, to utilize through motion, off-ball screens, on-ball screens, pick and rolls, pick and slips, show screens, things like that, to get her shot falling, to get in the flow of the offense. Because as of lately, she hasn't really been able to get in a groove offensively, whether that's Caitlin Clark's problem, whether that's the defense being very stingy defensively in the WNBA. People weren't aware. Everybody plays defense. This isn't the NBA where we complain about people not playing defense. Now we're complaining about too stingy defense because the players that we want to see is getting played hard and physically, right? We can't rule out the tough defense. And thirdly, could be the offense. Schematically, why are we having Caitlin Clark sit in the corner? Why are we not having screens, multiple screens, not just one and done, multiple screens, trying to free up, trying to create movement and confusion with the defense to open up spots for Nelissa Smith, open up spots for Kelsey Mitchell, some screen and rolls with Fag Benley, hitting Aaliyah Boston. Some things need to be worked on if you are on the Indiana Fever side. This is the Sports Show presented by Homegrown Sports Media. Let me know what you think in the comments about what Tim Legler said. Was anything he said wrong? I don't think so. I think the adjustment period might be a little bit longer based on what he said because, you know what, she isn't more physically gifted, but I think she has the skill, the tools to where if we just see the offense change a little bit, like we saw with that 11-point comeback, they came back and cut it within 11. Caitlin Clark, Grace Berger, Kelsey Mitchell, Fag Benley, Nelissa Smith, all on the court together. That was the most comfortable I have seen Caitlin Clark look since she's been in an Indiana Fever jersey. Please let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate everybody for subscribing to the channel, commenting, everybody in the chat through the live streams. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. It's Friday. Enjoy the weekend, and I will see some of you later.